Hi Leo, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. This is a general love reading for the sign of Leo for this upcoming week in April. If you are brand new or unfamiliar with my channel, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining me. There is more specific information regarding my readings and my videos in the description box below. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your support more than you know. I do want to remind everybody watching that because this is a general reading, it can pertain to just about anything, including relationships, situations, and circumstances surrounding family, home, work, school, social circles. If you can think of it, it might apply. My intention is always to reach those that need the message the most and those that will benefit the most from the message. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Hopefully you'll get something out of it and take something out of it that will be helpful. So we're going to get started, Leo, after a couple of more shuffles, and we'll see what's going on with you guys in this upcoming week in April. Here we go. So we're going to start off with the Six of Swords, paired with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. The Page of Swords in reverse. The Three of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Nine of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting more than anything is it's possible with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Swords that you might be leaving behind a job situation or something that was unsatisfactory in the finance area, finance or money. Again, this could indicate a lost job or having left some employment or being dissatisfied in a workplace. I get the sense you might be leaving that behind. It might have been a very difficult situation, or maybe there were some complications within the workplace, something that you couldn't get past. I do feel like there is this kind of detachment, some emotional attachment. Leo, this could represent you again or somebody that you're dealing with, but I feel like the King of Cups here represents someone who might be emotionally detached or distant, unwilling to show their emotions, unwilling to become attached or unwilling to express themselves. I feel like there's almost a complacency or apathy regarding this situation, regarding having left it behind. In other words, I'm not feeling a lot of emotional angst. It might even be something you're not willing to talk about, or you're just not feeling up to, again, expressing yourself or addressing the situation or reflecting on it. Because again, I get the feeling like you just maybe want to just leave it behind, want to let it go. However, with the Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords in this set of cards, I sense there might be some fear or some anxiety, maybe some stress related possibly to what's next or what's around the corner or what to do now that you've left this other situation behind. That's what I've got so far with this first set of cards, Leo. So we're going to give this deck one more shuffle and we'll get some more cards. Again, I want to remind you this could be your energy or somebody that you're dealing with. So this does not necessarily have to apply directly to you. You could be an outside party, maybe surrounding somebody who's dealing with this kind of energy. We have the Devil in reverse and the Hermit. Five of Swords, the Seven of Cups again in reverse, clarifying this King, Judgment in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords again in reverse, and the World in reverse. So I get the feeling this is something that maybe you've been considering for a while, or you've been thinking about this for quite some time. Again, it feels like dissatisfaction in a workplace or financial situation, something that you want to leave behind or let go. I feel like with the Devil in reverse, with the Six of Swords up here, it might be something you felt was not good for you, or it wasn't right, or this is something that you needed to leave behind, and maybe it just took you some time. You may have been thinking that over time things would get better, but I think you're past that. Again, there's this emotional detachment, this feeling like it was never going to get better, it wasn't going to ever be right, so I just needed to remove myself from the situation. You might even again, be feeling a little bit reluctant to talk about this or to let others know what went wrong. It might feel like it was a big mistake to you, and again, you might just want to leave it behind. At the same time, I get the feeling that you might be feeling like this was also a necessary step in the right direction in order to move towards something new, or something that might be coming your way, a new opportunity. And again, this could be a new job, a new creative endeavor, a new financial opportunity, a new investment. Ace of Pentacles can represent just about anything, but I have a feeling, again, that it was necessary to leave something behind, and maybe something that you probably should have left behind a while ago in order to move toward this Ace of Pentacles, something new. There is some unspoken fear and anxiety. Probably something you've been dealing with for a while, and maybe you'd like to close the door on feeling uncertain or feeling a little bit stressed out about the situation, because there's a sense of, with this Page of Swords coming out twice, maybe you're just not up to talking about this, not feeling good about it, because maybe your confidence is a little bit shattered from leaving behind this unsatisfying work situation or financial situation, that you might feel a little bit wary or uncertain of what lies ahead, but a little bit reluctant to talk about it or express yourself, or to let others in on what you're dealing with or what you're going through. Let's get some more cards out here. We have the Two of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Sun, Seven of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the World again in reverse. Okay, so this energy is very heavy, and it's all very specific to what it is you're leaving behind, because I do feel like maybe you felt trapped for a period of time, or felt like you couldn't make any moves, or felt like you were stuck with an unsatisfactory situation. And I think that this could indicate that you either have already left, or maybe you're still considering a move, or maybe you're still considering leaving the situation behind. Maybe it hasn't happened yet for some of you. It's possible that there was some kind of conflict or some problems within the situation that kept you where you were or where you are, and I think you've realized that things are not going to get better. Like maybe at one time you thought, well, with some time, with a little bit of time and energy, things will improve or things will get better. But I don't think that's the case. I think that they kind of maintain, things have remained the same. And you realize that the situation is not where you want to be, not healthy, not the right decision for you. I almost feel the sense that you've been maybe feeling a little bit, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Hardened, jaded, unwillingness to invest emotionally into something new or into hoping for something new, because I feel like you've been very disappointed with whatever this was for you or is for you. It's very possible, Leo, you could still be dealing with the situation, and it's really leaving you feeling a little bit insecure and unsure about yourself. Maybe a little bit scared or uncertain about where to go from here. And I do feel a reluctance to communicate to others or maybe to seek out some help. Almost like you're trying to take this on yourself. Maybe feeling a little too proud to admit that you made a mistake and just wanting to work through this on your own without getting other people involved. But there's a heavy, heavy sense that you're still stuck with some anxiety, with some mental conflict, with some struggles internally regarding the situation. Either how to get out of it or how to move on from here. I'm getting both of those messages. Like you might still be, with the Eight of Swords showing up, you might still be stuck in the situation and making the decision to move out or move away or move on. But with this King of Cups, I just get this feeling of apathy. Like, well, it just is what it is. I'm just going to have to sit here and accept it. And it's just how things are. I can't make it better. So I'm getting this feeling that maybe you're in the process of making this decision. Yes, it's really a shitty situation, but I don't know if I can do any better, or I don't know if I can. If this is a job or work situation, maybe feeling unsure about whether or not you can find something better, or whether or not you feel like putting the energy into moving on from this so that you can have something new. With the Knight of Cups in reverse, King of Cups, I just feel this apathy, this lack of emotional investment, this kind of feeling maybe let down. And again, a little bit of fear and hesitation and insecurity surrounding either, again, leaving the situation so that you can have something new, or having already left, now what? What's the next step from here? Kind of energy, Leo. So let's get some more cards out here. You have the Chariot, Nine of Wands, the Emperor in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Star in reverse, Five of Swords again, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Swords in reverse. So again, I'm getting the sense that you might still be in the process of making a choice, of choosing a path, whether or not you're going to leave this behind. The cards are indicating that's probably the right thing to do, that it is time, especially with the Chariot coming out here now, that it is time to make a move or a decision one way or the other. I don't think sticking around is the right choice. because if you're feeling imprisoned or feeling stuck or feeling like you can't make a move, feeling like you're stuck with this unsatisfactory situation and you're just fighting this, trying to make a decision, trying to figure out what to do, I think the cards are indicating a pretty clear decision that has to be made, because it feels, it does feel like so far what you're dealing with something is something that's very imbalanced, unhealthy, kind of leaving you with a sense of a lack of hope, feeling like you made the wrong choice or the wrong decision. But also I get the sense that you're emotionally not up to feeling like you can go after something new, something different, because you might be holding on to the idea that you're just going to have to deal with more of the same kind of conflict, heartache, that you're not going to find what you're looking for. This really strongly feels like a work situation, job situation, or financial situation that you're dealing with. And there's just this sense, this lack of control, maybe feeling like you don't have the power to change this, to make things better, to get away from this conflict. We have a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands on the table. The Queen of Pentacles could be somebody that you're dealing with, or it could also represent your energy. And again, I want to remind you, don't worry about the gender of the cards, but I do feel like I'm reading for this King of Cups. And again, the King of Cups in reverse is all about kind of feeling emotionally detached, unwilling to express oneself, unwilling to invest emotionally. I do feel like the Queen of Pentacles could also indicate your energy, and this can be somebody who's feeling incapable, in need of some self-care, maybe struggling a little bit with financial issues, somebody who in the upright would be a mothering type figure, somebody who puts others first, somebody who can take care of others, to somebody who needs to be more concerned about themselves, put themselves first. And then we have this Queen of Wands, who I feel is an external energy. This might be somebody that you're dealing with, Leo. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's very ambitious and creative. This is a go-getter. This is somebody who goes after what she wants. She's very active and ambitious. So this could be somebody that you're right now not really communicating with or not really talking to. It could be somebody that you're close to, that you're just unwilling to communicate with because you don't want to get them involved in the situation or don't want them to know about it. Or this could potentially also represent your energy. This could be how you feel when you're not stuck in the kind of situation I feel like you're stuck in right now, Leo. Normally you are the type of person who makes changes when you feel like it's necessary, goes after what you want, takes control, looks fear in the eye, does not shrink away from a challenge. And that right now I just don't feel like you're embodying that kind of energy. Maybe other people see you as the Queen of Wands, so maybe you're unwilling to talk about your current situation because you know it'll change their perspective of how you're normally looked at, the type of person, the type of energy that you normally embody. So it could be for some of you that this is somebody that you're dealing with, and for some of you this could actually represent your energy. Let's get this last round of cards out for you, Leo, and see what else we get. Now we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in reverse, the Moon, there's the Eight of Swords again, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So Leo, more than anything, what I'm getting is you might be wrestling with this decision because there's a sense that you might be making a wrong choice, making a poor choice, that it would be an irresponsible choice for you to leave this unsatisfactory situation or job situation that you're in. That it's not the responsible thing to do. You might have other people relying on you. We have the Ten of Pentacles out here. Maybe you are a parent, for example, and you have children that you're caring for, so that you feel making this kind of decision right now would be irresponsible, would leave you in a bigger predicament than you feel like you are already in. I just get the sense of feeling trapped, feeling confined, feeling unable to move, unable to get away from conflict. Because on the one hand, this is an unsatisfactory situation, but it's also a predictable situation. So Leo, you may not be happy, but at least you know what to expect. Versus leaving the situation and moving on to something new, but being trapped by the idea that now you don't know what to expect. Now things are up in the air. Maybe you don't have the information or the clarity to see a clear path to something new, and that might feel even more scary or uncertain, and maybe that's why you're reluctant. There's a sense that you don't have a choice because of this lack of clarity. And you know, especially in these uncertain times that we're dealing with, Leo, maybe that's just leaving you feeling like this is what I have to deal with for now because things are too uncertain for me to make any other choice. I'm stuck where I am because this is just the way things are right now. Totally understand that, but it must be very frustrating for you to be feeling that way or not feeling that way. I get the sense that you've just kind of emotionally removed yourself. Maybe trying to avoid emotions because it is a tough situation, but I feel this apathy, this disconnect, maybe not wanting to face the music type of thing. So I do get the sense that there's this lack of clarity. Do I go? Do I walk? Do I leave this all behind? Or do I stick around and wait it out? There is a sense of not being clear on what it is that you want to do because you're not feeling certain about it, not feeling confident like you normally would in your normal state of energy that you embody, this Queen of Wands. And again, more than anything, I do have quite a few kings and queens, quite a few court cards out here. But this feels like a very solitary reading meant just for a single person. It doesn't feel, while there are cards on the table like the Ten of Pentacles indicating that other people are definitely affected by whatever decisions might be being made. Family, for example, possibly children. That it feels like it's more of a reading for a single person, for a single Leo, than more than one. I'm going to take these two cards. We have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups, or water. Ace of Water, Four of Water in reverse. This would be the the Four of Cups, and then the Ace of Cups. If they're in reverse, they are potential blockages. I will read them both from the book. And I'll display them in the upright for you so you can see the image as I read, Leo, and then we're going to wrap this up. Okay, Ace of Water. And they're both short. They're both potential blockages, so the passage is relatively short. Okay, Leo, so here we go. The Ace of Water reversed can symbolize a moment or situation that has us feeling overwhelmed, denying or fighting our true feelings. We may love, but we are afraid to admit that we love. We may yearn for connection, but deny our need and do what we can to prevent bonds with others from forming. Fear of being hurt and disappointed, of discovering that the one we love is not who we thought them to be, simply having unrealistic expectations, can end many new relationships before they even begin. The Ace of Water signifies a need to let down the barriers you may have built around your heart and allow a loving experience or opportunity to unfold free of fear's influence. It asks that you allow a relationship to begin and be explored, whether that relationship be with a person or an interest, before you determine whether it's right or wrong for you. So again, I get the feeling, I've had that feeling throughout this entire reading that, Leo, you might be feeling apathetic or just unwilling to express yourself or show your emotions because there is a sense of fear. And maybe it is time to open the door, open that emotional door, maybe let some people in who can especially help you, at least talk with you and console you. That might be what that card is indicating. So let's look at the Four of Cups next. And again, this is a potential blockage. It's about a half of a page. Okay, Leo. You are worthy and deserving of all that you dream of, but remember, so is everyone else. What if your joy comes at the expense of another person? Can you stand tall and proud and have respect for yourself if your happiness carries the price of another person's heartbreak or failure? Can you take genuine delight in your circumstances? Unintentional actions that cause hurt are one thing and can be forgiven, but what of the emotional consequences of an act done with awareness and intent? The Four of Water, when it appears reversed, cautions you against vanity, arrogance, selfishness, and self-importance, and symbolizes a need to look at yourself in the eyes. Are you about to choose a path that leads to another's distress or downfall? If the answer is yes, be mindful of the fact that universal law of cause and effect will hold court and sit in judgment. As always, there will be reward and consequence offered. If your choice is to continue forward knowing that you may bring emotional anguish to another, be sure that the reward is far greater than the price you may end up paying. If you are at a crossroads, don't do it. You still have the opportunity to answer no and have your actions reflect that choice. So again, I think this card indicates choices, indicates making a head over heart decision, but maybe it affects the heart and ultimately affects other people. I do feel a great sense of fear, stress, anxiety, unwillingness to make a decision, unwillingness to make choices right now because there's this level of uncertainty, feeling trapped, feeling stuck with conflict. But Leo, I think the cards are indicating that it might be time to let some people in, some people you know can help you get through these trying times. And if this Queen of Wands represents somebody that you're dealing with, maybe this is the type of person, again, who's ambitious, not afraid of a challenge, willing to take a step forward, willing to act not only on behalf of themselves, but for others. Maybe this is someone you pull into your circle and get some help from so that you can move forward in making a decision that's good for you and good for those around you. But also be mindful of the fact that the decisions you do make do affect others. And so even staying in a situation, for example, that is unsatisfactory, that is causing you grief and sadness and anxiety, is affecting other people because your energy affects those that are around you as well. So I'm going to leave that here. Leo, I hope that this reading gave you something to walk away with, some kind of insight or clarity regarding your situation. It does look like it's challenging. So I hope that this helped in some way, shape, or form. I really appreciate you joining me today. If this did resonate in any way, give me a like, share, subscribe if you want, or leave a comment. I do appreciate those as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye, Leo. Take care.